What's up, guys? K Kyle here, and today I've got, something that I've been customizing and meaning to review for a long time. It's the IPV3. That was a weird intro, but with the IPV3, I've put a bunch of stickers on it, and it's been through the ringer. If you can tell on camera, you can kind of see just the crap. This guy is IPV Pioneer for you. I don't know. This thing works, all right. I'll give you that, but it may as well at this point just be a series unregulated box mod, because it's kind of sketch how they did some of their stuff after I've researched a lot of the crap going on with this thing. It's kind of I wrote notes on what's wrong with it and what's right with it. That's how much stuff has been happening with this thing. It's been out for a while. I got it upgraded. That was a bitch too. I should have put that in my notes, how much of a bitch it is to upgrade this fucking thing. Yeah, in the end, after it's upgraded, everything's pretty as good as it's going to get on it. It works alright, and the ohm reader is pretty accurate with the upgrade. Yeah, I think we should go up close to this guy, and then I'll rant about it after we go close, because, yeah, there's a lot to say about this, and I just want you guys to see the product before you get a rant. So let's go up close. Alright, so here is the IPV3, and as you can see, I have put on custom stickers and stuff. Got my CKK sticker, custom font. Also, to my shop right there, we have a little hashtag VixMob thing. You can look that up if you want to. That's up to you. It's just, this just became like the beat around mod that I just can bring somewhere, and if it breaks, I really don't care anymore because it's kind of been through the ringer. Yeah, you can see little spots on it and everything of it being with my keys and just not surviving. If I'm being completely honest, this thing with the silver coat was probably just a bad decision on my part, because you can see every scuff mark on it. And yeah, but let's take that aside for a minute, and let's just see what the components are for this guy and see where we can go from there, because there are some good things about this mod, and there are some bad things. The good thing about this mod, you hit the fire button and it fires every time. I mean, that's a plus, right? The plus and down, they all work. All the buttons work. There's no like jankiness with that. The 510 on mine is just a little bit crooked. I don't know if you'll see the ring, but there you go, just a little bit. You can see the ring of where all my addies sit, just a little sideways on this side. Yeah, they do that. And then the door, just like the IPv2, which was a complaint, the door sits right here, which means juice could go in here and into here, which would be bad. This side, oh my god, the charger. This is the main thing. If you haven't heard about this, they had a 9-volt charger. It had to be a specific charger. Something they should have included, right? No, they didn't include that charger. They included a mini USB right here. People are thinking that was the charger. That is not a charger. That is to upgrade the device. What? And then people say, why upgrade? Why didn't they just make it like that? I don't know. I don't know why they decided to do that, but they did. So on this side, that was the charger. I had the second run, I think is what this one is, and that is where they plugged up the charger. The third run, it's just non-existent, which, I mean, shit, that's at least an improvement. It says, Pioneer for you. This does absolutely nothing. It's just for looks. And then if you look on the top, you would think you would have a touch sensor, but now that's just for looks. It's got a floating 510 pin right here, and I think that's actually, is that brass? Yeah, I think it's brass. And it's got a screw. Don't unscrew, you'll just wreck the wiring. That's pretty much that. When you get into this chip here, we'll zoom in. Yeah, when you get into this chip, you'll notice mine is a little bit different, where it's got, oh god, I'm gonna have to zoom in even more. There we go. You can see where I have a more accurate ohm reader, whereas the normally, like the other IPV, which keeps wanting to turn off, you can see the difference. Switch off. This one, yeah. So you can see the difference with the ohms and the volts right there. That's the IPV mini I just showed you. It has pretty much like the old style chip, the battery, everything. It looks pretty much the same on that one. It's what the IPv3 looked like before the upgrade. Now, after, you can see the volts and the ohms are one more decimal back, which is nice. One thing that the Sigeli has over this guy is the battery life is just kind of like that. There's no percentage like the Sigeli has, which is kind of nice. One thing this one does have is it has different settings you could go to. Alright, so that seems like a good thing, right? Okay, so I have my 55 watt at that. Okay, so I've done it where I've set everything for my different devices that I would put on this would be where I would like them to be at. And then I took out the batteries, put in the batteries when they were done charging, and all of my settings were reset to factory setting. So that just makes these saved settings absolutely useless. And it just makes it annoying. I'm like, oh, I wonder how this is at 58 watts. Oh, fuck, I fucked myself. Alright, where's 50 watts? Okay, 50 watts. Okay, there we go. Okay, I gotta go down, and then I gotta go up. Okay, you know what? This is just stupid. Just let me adjust my wattage, honestly. I'm not a fan of this save setting thing. And even if that wasn't enough, looky here. What does every other box mod have? Magnets. What does this guy have? Nice little screws. Yeah. At least this is the second run. The first run only had Allen screws right here. And then the second run came with Allen screws in it, but you could also replace them with Phillips head, which I did immediately. And I've been seeing some people mod these so that they could put magnets in them, but I don't care that much. I'll unscrew it, but it's a pain in the ass that I have to unscrew it. And this is how I have to charge this thing. This is how I have to do it. I'm gonna unscrew. I am gonna unscrew, but I'm gonna zoom out a little bit too. Alright, let's get these screws out. Okay. Door comes off. It's like this weird plastic cover sticker. You can see the end of the sticker right there. Yeah, over this. I have no idea why. I don't know. And inside here I have two little what are these, Samsungs? Is that what these are? Yeah, the Samsung 25Rs. These are actually performing pretty good. They're working pretty good. So everything in here looks somewhat clean. And yeah, not much to really hate about this. Really everything kind of works well, and the battery ribbon kind of just goes underneath both batteries, and you just pull this and the batteries pop out, which I'm gonna have to do because I want to show you the more internals. So that, you know, this ribbon kind of just works like that. I don't like to just pull this and all my batteries come out because I don't want to damage my batteries. But yeah, inside here you have these gold. Are these gold? I think they might be brass. I don't know. There's no specs. But you get your positive, negative, and positive, negative. So they sit in series. And underneath here, you can see it a little bit. There's carbon fiber underneath here. For some reason, there's like a carbon fiber thing. And this was something that some people were saying that it was melting. And that's just kind of how they are. They just have these weird melted points on them of like epoxy or something. And people were just thinking that. But you know what? That's pretty much it. You get a serial number up here. Mine is apparently 552. Whoop-de-doo. I'm so happy I got 552. You guys have no idea. I really wanted that number. they have their warranty sticker there. If that comes off, then you're boned and you apparently voided your warranty on an IPV. Ooh, oh my god, it's such a nice, fabulous device. I'm so mad that I did that. Yeah, if you can't tell already, I'm not a huge fan of this device, but it's been like a second box mod to me. It's like the, annoying kid in your class that you kind of just get used to. Not to sound like a dick, but you remember like going through high school and there'd be that one annoying kid, and he's not going to leave the class, so you just deal with the kid. He's just going to always be there, and maybe you'll learn to just deal with him, and you don't have to be friends with him, but you can just learn to accept him for what he is. And that's what I've done with the IPV. I've just accepted it for what it is. And if you were going to pick up one of these IPVs, I would highly recommend just spending a little bit more money, because it is only a little bit more, and get yourself a Sigelei 150, and I think you'll have a better product, honestly. I do like the... Oh, now I gotta turn it back on. Now you're back on. Alright. Oh, now it's back at factory settings. Look. 50 watts. That was 55, if you guys remember. So I gotta put this guy back at 55. Oh, past it. I do like the scrolling on this one. A little bit better than the Sigelei. Sigelei's a little fast. But if I do scroll up here... Oh. Okay, you can see 150, and I can actually take it up to 165. So that's a lot. And I am not going to vape this guy at that. That's like, taking a Ferrari on the beach, or on the road, and just being like, yeah, I'm on the highway. I'll put it at 200. No, I'm not going to do it. It's just dumb. So I'm going to put this guy at my 55 watts that I've had it set up because I like that. And I'm not crazy, and it fires. And it fires pretty freaking... Oh, it's at 165. You see why I don't like 165? This is 165 watts. No thanks. No thanks. I'm gonna put this at 55. How about no? And at 55. And that's still chucking. That's still a lot. Clouds for days. You don't have to go crazy with this device, but you can. Just like a, supercar. You can go crazy with it if you want, but, suffer the consequences. So, that's all I got up close with the IPV, and we'll go back up to the original screen, and we'll start vaping a little more on this guy. Alright guys, so you saw the IPV all up close, and yeah, I have my, bad things to say about it, but you know what? In the end, it is a regulated box mod that works, and it'll work up to your 8-volt limit, I think is what it has. My O's aren't amazing, but the flavor is definitely there. It works well. There's no difference really on the hit from the Sigelei to this. And really, honestly, I like it. It's like my second regulated box mod. I have my Sigelei 100 watt and I have my IPV crazy watt. But I honestly almost never take them past like 80 watts is pretty much my limit. After that, it just gets way too hot for me. But that's that. IPV Mini. Let me check my notes and see if there's anything that I missed, because I wrote down quite a bit of stuff. Alright, so I just checked everything, and pretty much everything is accounted for, except for I didn't go over the upgrade. I just said that I upgraded mine. The upgrade on this took me about an hour of me doing it based off of a YouTube tutorial, and then another hour of me doing it off of a Reddit tutorial, and that Reddit tutorial finally did it. And all I did is I googled up IPV, or how to upgrade IPv3, and if you find a Reddit link to that worked for me. So if you want to do it, that's what I would suggest you do is go to that Reddit link. Just Google what I said, and you should be good, and it will save you a lot of time. But it's a little bit annoying on what you got to do, and it's not easy. It's not like you just download the stuff and then you plug this guy in and it upgrades. That's not at all what happens, and it's just annoying. And it's like they could have done a lot better, but they decided not to. So that's it with this IPV. It can crank. I actually have some coils I can take some higher wattages right now. But it's vaping fine right now, and it's at 55 watts. 0.25 at 55 watts. 3.63 volts, which is a little bit low, but I like it. I'm vaping it on this Haze RDA. Review coming soon on this guy. I think I just got to spend a little bit more time with it. Get to know a few more builds on it to find what I really like. But I am liking it a little bit so far. So, I said I wouldn't, but I'm going to eat my own words. We're going to vape this guy at 100 watts. That's going to be my limit. If you can see that screen. Oh, God. 100 watts. Whatever. Yeah. No way. I'm going to open up my airflow a little bit. So open up my airflow. I normally like the Haze RDA halfway cut off. So, but you know what? That's way too hot. I realized with the 100 watts. So let's do it again. Yeah, that's a lot better. I'm going to have to drip a lot more now though. Just to be safe. This thing, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah. Okay. So with vaping this high wattages, I've figured out something you can do, and this is something I'm gonna vape a little bit. I could just take over the camera if you want me to do it. Just so much vapor happening right now. Let me take off this guy. What I've found is you take these guys. This is not a microcoil. This is a standard coil. And the standard coil can actually catch up a little better. And it can vape it all the way at 165. Which is just destroying your cotton and destroying it. Such a hot. You see all that cloud off of like a freaking hit? It's too much. It's too much. There is a such thing as too much vapor, and this thing has too much vapor. You see how retarded that is? It's not enjoyable at all, and it's hot as hell, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I never vape at that. I'm going to put it back at 55. There we go. Oh, yes. It's so much more enjoyable. Oh, my God. So, after all, the IPV is a good box mod. The price isn't amazing on it. It's still not a super cheap box mod, and there's plenty of box mods to choose from. Would I say go for the IPv3? No, I would not. I would say for an average vapor who doesn't want to go crazy wattage and all that, go competition with it, I would say go for the IPV Mini. This thing, the V2, does 70 watts, which is plenty of wattage. I got my sub tank on it right now, but I could put that Haze on it, and I could run it at 55 watts, and it'd be the same deal, and I would love it, and it'd be smaller, more form fit to my hand, you know, stuff like that. So, IPv3, although I just reviewed it, it's a little late on the IPv3 game. I'm pretty sure anyone who wants one has one, but just wanted to put my opinion of it out there. So there you guys go. That is the IPv3 with the upgrade. The upgrade is a pain in the ass. It's an alright device. I would say go for the Mini now. The Mini V2, that is, if you're looking right now to buy something, I would say that is more of a steal. It's cheaper. You only need one battery, so you could swap batteries. You could charge one and use the other one, and you can still vape up to 70 watts. So take it where you want it. IPv3 does have longer battery life than that IPV Mini V2 would, but it's just a box mod. And if you are going to get it, do not get the silver finish, because the silver finish, you can see every bit of scuff that happens on it. The black finish, which I have on my IPV Mini, seems to just be a lot better, and it's the same. I think it's even gunmetal on the IPv3. I don't think you can get that black finish. The finish on these IPv3s is just not the best. I've said enough. I like it, but I don't like it at the exact same time. It works for me, but if it breaks, I'm not going to be pissed off. That's all I'm going to say about it. If you want it, go ahead and buy it. If you don't want it, I'm totally fine with that, because I honestly would recommend the Sigelei far, far more than this IPv3. So, with all that said, let's keep vaping on. See you later, YouTube.